Aye, we give you the facts. It's not what you think. Popeye Newsling, Young King, 1 yard, bless.
Good morning, Popeye. Grandma watch Popeyes every morning and every night.
Greetings viewers and subscribers. PNL Patreon family birthday shout out to those three persons on your screen. To your left is Mahesh. I hope it's Mahesh. Well, he celebrated his birthday on July 13. Mahesh, we are told that you're a 1 in a million supervisor. Next is Christine. Christine, you celebrated your birthday on Sunday, July 16. Christine, we know that you are going through a lot. 3 days after you bury your son, Hoodlums killed your fiancé. It's really tough, but let's hope that on Sunday you had a wonderful birthday, and here is wishing you a whole heap more. And the big man to your right, his name is Ryan. Ryan, you celebrated your birthday on Tuesday, July 18. Your girlfriend Nadine, your daughter Rayonique, and your stepson Prince Tay, they're all asking us to wish you a happy belated birthday, and they're telling us to tell you that they love you very much. Happy belated birthday to all of you. Now, we didn't get to put out a video yesterday, so today we have a full house. And remember that later, 6 p.m. Jamaica time, will be the second edition of PNL Live. That's our Saturday evening chat. Try not miss it. But first up, detectives at the Savannah Lamar Sissoko office, they have arrested and charged a 42-year-old rapeophile. They have charged him for the sexual assault on one of his own 9-year-old female family member. His name is Oliver Chambers. He's living at Water Lane in the Georges Plain area of Westmoreland. The allegations are that sometime last month, the 9-year-old baby girl, she was spending some time at rapeophile Oliver house. It is further alleged that whilst she was in her room, rapeophile Oliver, he entered the room, covered her mouth, and did you know what with her. He also threatened to kill her if she told anyone, but the 9-year-old baby girl, she did not keep it to herself. When she went back home, she reported the incident to her mother, and a report was made to the police. Yesterday, Friday, July 21, rapeophile Oliver, he was picked up by the police. He was subsequently charged and he'll be going to the courts shortly. In this next incident, somebody set up somebody. This incident took place Thursday afternoon, July 20, about 2:30. It took place at Cassandra Way in the Waterford area of Portmore. We are learning that this man is in his mid-40s and he's a security system technician. He was at his gate and talking on his cell phone when a motorcycle with 2 hoodlums aboard rode up and stopped. The 2 hoodlums, they pulled guns and juked down the technician. They then proceeded to rob him of the black Samsung S22 Ultra cell phone that he was talking on. The hoodlums, they also robbed him of a black one-strap bag containing almost 1 million Jamaican dollars in cash and some important documents. The hoodlums, they then made good their escape on the said motorcycle. Like I said, this was clearly a setup. Ah boy. And talking about robbery, I carried a story on Tuesday. I told you about an incident that allegedly took place the previous morning, Monday, July 17, about 4 o'clock. The allegations are that a man in his late 30s, he was in a room at the Happy Quarters on the Beach Road in Negril. Now, remember that Happy Quarters is the name of the hotel formerly known as Barbie Barn. The man stated that he was in the room in the early morning when he heard knocking on the door. He said he recognized the voice of a man named Wandan and he opened the door. He claimed that when he opened the door, Wandan and 2 other guys entered the room, all armed with guns. He said they proceeded to hit him and robbed him of over 170,000 Jamaican dollars in cash. Now, I carried that story on Tuesday. The very next day, I would have posted a video where I spoke with Wandan, and if you should go back and listen, I deliberately did not ask him if he and two other guys went into the room with guns and robbed the guy. There is a reason why I did not. Now, in that conversation, you would have heard me encouraging Wandan to talk to a lawyer or his lawyer and make arrangements to go in to the police. Apparently, Wandan did not take my advice because Thursday afternoon, July 20, a raid was carried out and Wandan, he was picked up by the police. He has since been slapped with some serious criminal charges. He was charged for 1. Robbery with aggravation, 2. Possession of prohibited weapon, and 3. Assault occasioning actual bodily harm. You see, there is a lot to be said, but wait a bit. What you must understand is that not because you hear me talking to Wandan, that no mean I am on Wandan's side. Over Yasso, we are on the side of truth. Over the past year and a half, there are some things happening at the same resort since this new management. On 2 different occasions, men have been shot and killed at that location. The question is, has this location become a haven for criminal activities? Stand by. More to come. And still in Westmoreland, detectives at the Morgansbridge police station, they have arrested and charged a guy. This guy, his name is Negus Grant, but he's popularly known as Gussy. Gussy is 26 years old and he's living at Kings Valley District in the Grange Hill area of Westmoreland. The allegations are that on the early morning of Saturday, July 15, about 3 o'clock, Gussy and his 18-year-old girlfriend, they had a dispute. It is further alleged that during that dispute, he hit her in the back of her head, causing her to fall to the floor. He then kicked and punched her repeatedly all over her body. It is further alleged that Gussy, he pulled a gun from a bag and used that gun to hit the female on her hand, causing a wound. It is said that Gussy, he continued attacking her and pointed the gun at her, threatening to kill her. In the wee hours of the morning, it is said that Gussy, he then instructed her to come out of the house. The female, she then left and made a report to the police. On Thursday, July 20, a raid was carried out at Gussy's home and he was held by the police. He has since been charged for 1. Assault at common law, 2. Possession of prohibited weapon, 3. Assault occasioning actual bodily harm, and 4. Unlawful wounding. And Gussy, he'll be going to the courts shortly. Still in Grange Hill in the parish of Westmoreland, a 72-year-old licensed firearm holder, he has found himself in trouble with the law. His name is Eric Jackson and he was born on August 15, 1950. He's a retiree and he's living at Causeway District in Grange Hill in the parish of Westmoreland. The allegations are that almost 73-year-old Mr. Jackson, he's in a common law relationship with a 33-year-old woman. It is said that on Thursday morning, July 20, both of them, they had a verbal conflict when Mr. Jackson, he pulled his licensed gun and pointed it at the female and threatened to kill her. The female, she later reported the matter to the police. Yesterday, Friday, July 21, almost 73-year-old Mr. Eric Jackson, he was picked up by the police. He was charged for 1. Assault at common law and 2. unauthorized possession of prohibited weapon, and he'll be going to the courts shortly. Boy, may I tell you, them say trouble, not set like rain. Now, in this next story, we are learning that two men, they are battling for life in hospital, and a police constable, he is lucky to be alive. This incident took place Thursday night, July 20, about 9 o'clock. It took place at Terminal Road in the Old Harbour area in the parish of St. Catherine. We are learning that the young police constable, he was sitting at his gate in his motor car. Two men were walking along the roadway when a white Toyota Axio motor car drove up. Hoodlums in the car. They opened gunfire at the two men who were walking along the road, hitting both of them. The young police constable, who was very close to what was happening, and he did not have a gun on him. He saw what was happening and he jumped out of his car and ran into his yard. We are told that the hoodlums, they opened gunfire at the policeman also. Luckily, he was not hit. The hoodlums in the Axio, they then made good their escape. When the smoke was cleared, it was realized that both men were shot. One of them, who is 35 years old, he received 3 gunshot wounds to his chest. The other one, who is 55 years old, he received gunshot wounds to his right side and right hand. The young police constable's front left car door was damaged by bullets. The two men who were shot, they were rushed to a nearby hospital where they were admitted in a serious condition. We are told that when the police processed this crime scene, 24 9mm spent shells were recovered from the scene. The mayhem. And over in Negril, this one took place at a section of Negril, popularly known as Little Haiti, in the Whitehall area of Negril. It took place Thursday night, July 20, about 9 o'clock. We are learning that a man, he's popularly known as Prezi. It is said that Prezi is in his late 20s and he's a bike taxi operator. Prezi, he's living in the Good Hope area of Westmoreland. We are told that Prezi, he was walking in the Little Haiti community when a hoodlum called out his name from behind him. Prezi, he turned around to see who it was, and the hoodlum, who was armed with a gun, he opened gunfire, hitting Prezi. Prezi, he managed to run off and he ran straight to the compound of the nearby Texaco service station where he collapsed and fell. The police were called and they were quick on the scene. They transported Prezi, who had received gunshot wounds to his chest, his abdomen and his left hand, to a nearby hospital where he was treated and admitted in a serious condition. We are told that when this crime scene was processed, 4 9mm spent shells were recovered from the scene. The mayhem. Now, you remember I told you about that guy on your screen. His name is Romario Ferguson, but he's popularly known as JT. He was implicated in a number of gun crimes in the parish of St. James. JT's brother, popularly known as Tata, he was shot and killed by the police. I came here and I appealed to JT to go in to the police. I told him to talk to a lawyer, a pastor or a JP, and go in. Well, JT, he took heed and he went in to the police at the Freeport police station yesterday with a lawyer. JT will be questioned with the murder of Delroy Morris, also known as Man, and the shooting of another guy in the area. In this next story, I carried a story on Thursday, and I told you about an incident where a taxi driver was shot and seriously injured in Portmore. There is a taxi driver on your screen. His name is Shamari Burgess, but he was popularly known as Shampoo. Shampoo, he will be celebrating his 27th birthday on August 11. He lived at 3 West in the Portmore area. So this is what we are learning. Shampoo, he used to work at an establishment in the corporate area. It is said that some things were happening at the workplace. Staff, to include a member of the security force, they were stealing from the company. The management of the company, they found out what was happening and the police were called in. We are told that when Shampoo was questioned, he was truthful. He gave a statement outlining all that he knew. As a result, some of the workers were arrested and charged. We are also learning that Shampoo, he was threatened. Our information is that Shampoo, he went to the parish of Westmoreland where some relatives are to attend a funeral, and persons who knew what was happening, they were encouraging him to stay in Westmoreland and cool out, but Shampoo told them that Westmoreland is too slow. He returned to Portmore and he was operating as a taxi driver. We are told that Wednesday afternoon, Shampoo, he was on the hustling. He was driving a white Nissan AD wagon motorcar when two hoodlums entered the car posing as customers. They sat in the back of the car. On reaching along the Brayton Parkway main road, the hoodlums asked Shampoo for a stop, and one of the hoodlums, he put a gun to Shampoo's head and squeezed. The hoodlums, they then made good their escape. It was another taxi driver who was passing who saw the car parked and took a good look where Shampoo, he was seen slumped in the car. Residents, they rushed with Shampoo to the Spanish Town Hospital where he was admitted in a serious condition. But early Thursday morning, about minutes after 2 o'clock, Shampoo, he was pronounced DEAD whilst he was being treated. The mayhem. Now, in this next story, this one took place last night, Friday, July 21, about some minutes to 11 o'clock. It took place in the vicinity of a sports bar at Wheatham Lane in the Newlands area of Portmore. The police, they are reporting that they were on patrol in the area when they saw a group of men. They are saying that two of the men ran on seeing the police. The police, they are saying that they went in pursuit of the men who pulled handguns and opened gunfire at them. The police are saying that they took evasive action and returned the fire. When the shooting subsided, that guy on your screen, he was found slumped behind a car. The police are saying that an illegal firearm was found lying beside him. That guy, his name is Xaviera Orlando McLeod. He is 35 years old. He was shot. He was taken to the Spanish Town Hospital where he was pronounced DEAD. Indicom is carrying out investigations. The mayhem. So let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. Have you hit on the love button as yet? If you have not yet done so, remember to hit on it. Also, if you are over here watching our videos and you have not yet subscribed, hit on the subscribe button. As also, hit on the notification bell. Then click all so that whenever we drop a new video, you will be one of the first to be notified. And remember, the live stream will be coming up later on today, about 6 o'clock Jamaica time. Now, in the final story for today, some weeks, if not months ago, that video on your screen, it went viral.
Mash up Duffy rotted. Yeah. See how countryman take out Duffy out of grave. All first time Duffy there. Right now?
I've been raising a Duffy farm, you can have a problem in your yard.
Yeah.
You know salesman at Center Bass,
Yeah. Check him in our already when you can check in with them in a yeah man.
Mr. Sommers and Mr. Sterling.
Them they right now long. We are 100,000 we do something. Anything on the one.
One of them right now.
No joke.
Which one?
Yeah,
Eh? Where's it?
we are 100,000
No.
we deal with it.
In
The man with the sledgehammer, his name is Shae Sommers, but he was popularly known as BAMMA. He lived in a community named Winchester in the parish of St. Thomas. We are told that about 2 months ago, one of BAMMA's cousin, he was shot and seriously wounded by hoodlums in the area. He had received multiple gunshot wounds to his upper body and both legs. He survived, but we are told that he is still in hospital in a serious condition. Well, we are learning that early yesterday morning, Friday, July 21, about 6 o'clock, residents of Winchester in St. Thomas, they saw the lifeless body of BAMMA. He was lying on his back in a pool of blood. He was dressed in a blood-soaked merino and blue shorts. The police, they were called, and when they inspected BAMMA, he had gunshot wounds to the center of his forehead and his chest. From all indication, BAMMA, he died sometime before he was found. The mayhem continues. Blessed love, everybody.
Tell a friend for tell a friend for tell a friend about Popeye Newslink and PNL Vlog TV. Like, subscribe and share. Quicksilver sing, if we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live in unity. If we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live in unity. Hey, crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. I coulda sunshine or rain. Jamaica, no problem, no pain. Rude boy them broke out can't tame, but me want me country back. Give me country back. To the street and the lane. Everybody them start complain. Bloodshed, what a shame, but me want me country back. Give me country back. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Jamaica, Jamaica, the land of the sun. Jamaica become now the land of the gun. East and north and south when me turn. Country and town, man a pay blood a run. Murder, don't you baby me hear them a murder. Cut it out, tell them no gonna further. Man a dead like cans and bird, yeah. Who no listen them a word, yeah. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica.